Get set for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. The opening round of the Norwood Invitational is about to begin. Hi everyone, I'm Andrew Catalan, alongside 2002 PGA champion Rich Beam. Luke Elvey with us as well, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy down on the course. We're about to find out who's going to go low today. It's all coming up right here. An exciting day on 2K Sports. All right, the putter can come out now. Wouldn't it be nice if this one went down? Henny, how tough will this putt be?
I'm thinking a little left to right here.
That was close. Let's see if the player can manage a par. Let's go to the par 3 second.
Nothing like getting punched right in the jaw early in your round. Big bunker fronting this green. You got a little pot bunker there on the right-hand side. The green sits up above the tee just a little bit. Lots of elevation, lots of fall-offs. And whatever you do, please don't be long. Don't go swimming.
This is a 7-iron on the way. All right, we can work with that. Let's check in with Henny.
This one's 13 feet from the cup. Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
He is climbing up the leaderboard after that hole. The tee shot at 3.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
This tee shot is looking good so far. I think this one's coming in nicely. There was a game plan there, and that approach was executed nicely.
This one here, this is for back-to-back birdies, moving him in the right direction.
Let's update you on what's been going on. He is currently in a tie for 7th place.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
That is going to work. Looks like about a 170-yard shot required here. 4 strokes off the lead. Not super tight, but a makeable putt. This putt to move to 3 under par. Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
This is just going right the whole way along.
That's a big birdie putt. And now into the top 5 on the leaderboard.
And as we check in with the leaderboard, it's Wyndham Clark at the top. The 5th hole here at Emery Beach Golf Club is a 172-yard par 3 from the back tees. Rich, your thoughts?
Look, the water on the left-hand side really is just there for decoration. Doesn't come into play. The difficult part, though, is this green sits well above the fairway there on the left-hand side. Most players are going to be bailing out, not wanting to go in that bunker to the right, but you miss it out to the left. You got a really challenging up and down.
Let's move one step closer to the lead here. This putt for a share of 4th. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day.
Got to say, putting this well from this distance is a huge confidence booster.
The 6th hole, a par 5, but is it gettable in 2?
Not really. This is a long par 5 here. Best played, I think, as a 3-shotter. Anything out to the right-hand side off the tee is just fine. But this is where it gets a little interesting. Do you lay it up short of this bunker here, or do you try and fit it in between those two right there? A decision must be made, and from there, that'll determine whether or not you can be aggressive for your 3rd shot, or you have to be a little on the conservative side.
Setting up here, coming off a run of birdies.
I tell you what, they're set up quite nicely through the first opening holes. Birdies galore.
All right, we're going with an extra club here.
Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. And this putt to move into a tie for 2nd. And he's down there. You got a read?
Gently does it. It's downhill, breaking off to the right-hand side here.
That's disappointing. This putt about 11 feet in distance. This one started out on a good line. Oh, that's a clutch par.
This player is putting for fun.
As we move on to the next hole, it's a 3-shot cushion for our leader. Too much power on that shot. On the green, but a ways to go. Just too long on that one. 12 feet remain. Come on. He's got this one for a bogey. Okay, moving on to the next. We've reached the 8th hole. It's a par 3.
Massive gaping bunker down the right-hand side, and just a small little pot bunker there on the left. Again, raised green. Not much to it. It does tilt pretty good from back to front. Front hole locations awfully challenging.
Going with less club.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that shot right there. This is a putt to move into the top 5. Henny, your green side. What do you see in this putt?
Yeah, this putt's going to just veer off to the right-hand side.
He is now at 4 under par for the event.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
That is a big-time drive. Six feet to the cup.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
Wyndham Clark sits atop the leaderboard with our featured player currently in 2nd place.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
This one needs to hold the fairway. The ball settles just off the fairway. 5 under at the moment. Never easy out of the rough, but that was well executed. This putt from 5 feet. Here's a look at the updated leaderboard, and he is in 3rd.
The 11th, a par 3, Rich.
Yeah, challenging one at that, Luke. Really no room for error if you're trying to find the surface. A lot of players actually be trying to come up a little bit short and certainly left of this green, leaving the easy chip.
Oh, he's holed it. How about that?
Oh, happy days ahead. A hole in one. Can you believe it?
What an amazing shot. Let's take another look at that one.
Hole in one. I could watch this on repeat.
And after that hole, they're currently in a tie for the lead with Wyndham Clark. All right, the 12th, Rich. We feel like we've got a reprieve here.
Luke, can I get an amen? Finally, a hole that is gettable. Par 5, easily reached by almost everybody in the field. Once you find the fairway, the second shot just carry that little small pot bunker right there, and anything there out to the right is going to leave a really basic chip and putt.
Well struck.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
Well, that's up near the green there, Rich, in just a couple of shots. That's fantastic stuff.
What a sensational play on this par 5 there, Luke.
Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
We've seen this player time and time again contend for tournaments, and it is no surprise to see him doing it once again this week. It is so fun watching this player. They're in top form.
And looking at the standings now, our featured player is currently in the lead, ahead of Wyndham Clark, who's second. And he's down there.
Yeah, I think he's got around 135.
Trying to get it to move a little bit to the left here.
Just putting on a ball striking clinic, it seems, today, Rich.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
John, have you got a good read on this one?
Well, the putt will start out pretty straight. Take a little turn to the right, nearing the hole.
And that putt will drop, and he'll extend his lead. And he's maintained top spot on the leaderboard after that hole. The 14th requires some accuracy off the tee, Rich.
Yeah, this hole's got some length to it, doesn't it? Bunker down the right-hand side. You need to avoid that. Trees on the left can come and play with a truly wayward tee shot. Second shot, a big carry over a massive bunker. However, a user-friendly-ish type green with everything feeding in from the right-hand side.
Setting up for his third shot. I'm pretty sure he'll be happy to be back on the green. And he needs this to save par. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup.
Ooh. Just 3 feet to the cup. Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey.
We've hit the par 4, 15th hole. Let's see where this one finishes. It's going to be close.
It looked so good for so long, but now it's first cut.
He really played that one well out of the rough. On the green, that's always mission number 1. All right, John, which way is this putt going to go?
It appears it'll go uphill and to the right.
So close.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Here's a look at how things stand. He is up by 2 shots. Okay, it's a par 3. This is a 9-iron on the way. Okay, green side, and the goal now is to get up and down. How did that not go in? This putt for a bogey. Here's a look at how things stand. It's a 1-shot lead. Now to 17, a par 4.
Oh, I love this hole. Drivable par 4 if you need to, or if you want to. If not, just bail out to the right-hand side with just some sort of long iron. Next shot, just with a short wedge, but watch out for long and left as that water comes into play in a hurry.
I think he likes that one. 9 under for the tournament. Okay, green side, a chance to get up and down. Oh, so close to a birdie. Moving on to the next. Let's take a look at the updated leaderboard. He is in front, but Wyndham Clark is in second. Now to 18, a par 5.
If you are going to go for this green in 2, you better be sure about what you are doing. A long par 5. Most of the players, just a 3-shotter. You want to lay up into a very narrow area right there, but the third shot, though, to a pretty inviting green, it must be said, but accuracy, as always, distance control, as always, imperative.
Oh, anywhere but there, not in the water. Let's see what happens out of the first cut. And this putt is way out there. Let's see if he can lag this in close. John, give us a read on this putt.
This one looks like it's going to take quite a dive right to left.
Oh, how about it? A putt that's getting better. Let him in. It's gonna go. Let's take another look at that shot. Folks, at the end of this first round, he's going to find himself in first place. Not bad, Rich.
Who doesn't like to be the leader? It's always good. No matter the first round, you'd rather have it the last round, though. But I got to say, good start.
Well, that'll do it for today, folks. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and the entire crew, I'm Andrew Catalan saying so long, and thanks for watching 2K Sports. Pga Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's time for round 2 of the Norwood Invitational. Andrew Catalan here, pleased to have you back with us. As our broadcast begins, our featured player is in second place. Major champion Brian Harman leads the pack. Well, they can't all be good. Henny, how difficult will this shot be?
Lucked out here, Andrew. It's in the second cut, but I'm seeing most of the ball, and he can get lots of club on this.
This is a hybrid. That rough was not easy. Well played.
Some nice calculations there with this wind.
Henny, what is he looking at with this putt?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out.
As we check the leaderboard, our featured player is in second place. Let's see what happens here on the second hole.
Nothing like getting punched right in the jaw early in your round. Big bunker fronting this green. You got a little pot bunker there on the right-hand side. The green sits up above the tee just a little bit. Lots of elevation, lots of fall-offs. And whatever you do, please don't be long. Don't go swimming.
An opportunity to make birdie. Okay, John, what do you see with this putt?
This one's going left to right.
I think we're lucky that one stopped where it did. 8 feet left to the cup.
This for par.
There is a major champion sitting atop the leaderboard in Brian Harman. Time for the tee shot on this par 4 hole. Looks like a similar approach to yesterday, Rich.
Same spot as yesterday, looking for the same result today.
This is a long way home. This putt on the way, looking good. Pretty good from that distance, just a little meat left on the bone. As we move on to the next hole, Brian Harman is in first place. And we're on the tee of the par 4 fourth hole.
Difficult tee shot right here. You've got water way left, but you got a bunker that runs all the way down the left-hand side of this hole. Small little bunker there in the middle of the fairway, but not really reachable. From the second shot, it's a pretty flat, generous, open area that you can run your golf ball up and onto, but anything out to the right-hand side will run off into a low area.
All right, clubbing up.
What a beautiful leave right there. Now this putt for birdie. All right, John, which way is this putt going to go?
This one's going to go pretty significantly right to left.
Oh, I thought that was going down. This putt from 6 feet away. That nearly went in for par. And to tap in as we move on to the next hole.
Hole 5 is a par 3. Opting for the 9-iron. Unable to find the green on this one.
Yeah, wind took that one offline in a hurry.
Players setting up, trying to get up and down from the bunker. And that's well played. Safely onto the putting surface. A par putt awaits. Bit quick in the stroke, that looked pulled. In it goes, and that's unfortunately back-to-back bogeys.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
Oh, I could watch that swing all day. That's beautiful. Sitting at 8 under. That was wonderfully done. And here we are with the third shot.
Straight downwind, tough to put a lot of spin on it and hold the green.
Oh, absolutely flushed. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. You know, it's not if you make bogeys, it's how you respond. Well done. Now 3 strokes back after that hole.
This hole is a par 4.
Yeah, you've got to hug it down the left-hand side as best you can to avoid being blocked out by some large trees down the right. From there, slightly downhill for your second shot to a green that's protected by water and bunkers everywhere.
He's had a disagreement with the caddy. He's gone down a club.
All right, Henny is with this group. Henny, what do you see?
Setting up this putt 14 feet from the cup.
That one just rolls by. Well, a par would look really good on the scorecard right now. As we take a look at the leaderboard, our featured player is in 3rd place. Over to number 8, it's a par 3.
And again, you've got another raised green that's surrounded by a large bunker out to the right and a small pot bunker on the left-hand side. Green runs pretty strong from back to front, making that front pin oh so much more difficult.
5-iron on the way. Okay, nothing spectacular, but safe. A putt of 14 feet. Henny, how tricky is this one?
This putt's going to break to the right.
I can't believe that didn't go in for birdie. That one drops. Here's a look at the leaderboard with Brian Harman leading the way by 1 shot. I like that one. Not shy about that shot on the par 5 and 2.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home and 2.
Well, that one was a bit firm. 9 under for the tournament. Sitting in a tie for 3rd place. Wow, what a shot right there. That is worthy of another look. Quick look at the leaderboard, and it's a 2-shot advantage for our leader. We begin the back 9 here on the 10th hole.
Premium on accuracy here off the tee. Dotted bunkers down the left, larger ones down the right. And for the first time, we don't have any hazards around this green. But don't let that fool you. Look at that green. It looks like the hood of my 71 Super Beetle.
You really got to hit the green there.
Not easy to find the green coming out of the rough.
The mission is simple here. He has to get up and down. Eight feet remain.
This is all about momentum. It's a par save.
Here's a quick look at how things stand. It's a 3-shot advantage for our leader.
Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 19 feet from the cup.
An opportunity to make a par here. John, what's the line on this putt?
This one's like a going left to right, it looks like.
This is a good chance. Trailing by 4 strokes. Here we are on the 12th, a par 5.
And what a hole this is. Bunker down the right-hand side comes into play if you really mishit it. But the one right in the center, that little zit, I tell you what, that is going to make some players angry. I can promise you that. If you avoid all that, second shot, fairly straightforward. Anything bailing out to the right is going to lead to a really simple pitch shot for your up and down birdie.
And going with driver off the deck with this shot. And this from the greenside rough. And a chance to move into a tie for second here. Starting this one way out to the left. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Okay, let's head to the next. The 13th hole is a par 4. Not a bad line, this one. Playing this shot from 120 yards.
Wind moving right to left on this shot.
And that one has found its way onto the green. That's a good shot, but some work ahead still. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This putt back up the hill, moving to the right.
Looking nice.
Yes, the putt drops. Beautiful. This has to be one of the more difficult holes in golf. The long par 4. This shot from about 190 yards out. 3 shots off the lead. That is a goal shot in line with the hole.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
Ooh, a couple of birdies on the bounce. Look who's on a roll.
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
Let's check out the 15th. It's a par 4. Wow, what a swing right there. Henny, how tricky will this one be?
The bunker has not been kind to him, Andrew. This is really nasty.
Time now for the third. Just 2 strokes off the lead. And now a 6-footer is left. He did a great job to limit the damage.
In trouble off the tee in that fairway bunker with that putt, saves the par. Well done.
As we move things along, we take a look at the leaderboard, and the lead is 1 for Brian Harman. Not a bad shot right there. Henny, how challenging is this putt?
It's 13 feet out. Unlucky for some.
Right on line, but just misses. Pacing is such an important part of putting. It was off right there. Way too much on that one. Finishing off that hole. Teeing off here on the 17th hole.
Oh, I love this hole. Drivable par 4 if you need to, or if you want to. If not, just bail out to the right-hand side with just some sort of long iron. Next shot, just with a short wedge, but watch out for long and left as that water comes into play in a hurry.
This could be a big momentum putt. It's for birdie. A look at the leaderboard shows that Brian Harman is out in front. We close out the back 9 with a par 5.
If you are going to go for this green in 2, you better be sure about what you are doing. A long par 5. Most of the players, just a 3-shotter. You want to lay up into a very narrow area right there, but the third shot, though, to a pretty inviting green, it must be said, but accuracy, as always, distance control, as always, imperative.
A look at the lie in the greenside rough. This putt would mean we have a tie for 3rd place. Oh, that's the way you finish, a birdie on the closing hole. He hit a lot of good shots today, and as we take a look at the leaderboard, currently in 3rd place.
It's been exciting the first 2 days. Please tell me we're going to have the same amount the next 2 days.
Well, that'll do it for us today. For our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan saying... 2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Our third-round coverage of the Norwood Invitational begins right now. I'm Andrew Catalan, glad to have you back with us. As our coverage begins, you can see our featured player is in third place. Let's see if he can get to the top by the end of today's round. That was the right club. Now a good look at the hole. 14 feet to the cup.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Henny, what do you see in this putt?
This one looks like it breaks hard left to right.
Here's a look at the way things stand. Our featured player is in a tie for second. And now to the par 3 second.
Nothing like getting punched right in the jaw early in your round. Big bunker fronting this green. You got a little pot bunker there on the right-hand side. The green sits up above the tee just a little bit. Lots of elevation, lots of fall off. And whatever you do, please don't be long. Don't go swimming.
This one's going right there. That's a really nice approach shot. Henny, tell us about this putt.
This one, guys, he's got around 9 feet.
And that one will drop.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
And now teeing off on a par 4. Henny, what can you tell us about this shot?
He is right on the 150-yard marker here.
A birdie putt coming up. This could be a big one. Man, that was close. 5 feet remains. Oh, that almost went in for par. And a tap-in bogey. Here's a look at the updated leaderboard. Our featured player in a tie for 4th place. On the tee on the 4th hole.
Difficult tee shot right here. You've got water way left, but you got a bunker that runs all the way down the left-hand side of this hole. Small little bunker there in the middle of the fairway, but not really reachable. From the second shot, it's a pretty flat, generous, open area that you can run your golf ball up and onto, but anything out to the right-hand side will run off into a low area.
Okay, that's going to play. Now a putt to get to 14 under par. That looked good for a while. 6 feet remain. As we move on to the next hole, we take a quick peek at the leaderboard, and he is in a tie for 4th.
We find ourselves on a par 3 here. This one is headed to the right. Second shot here on the 5th. And if this can go down, he'll save par. And he's down there. You got a read?
I'm down here, I've done the read, and this is a left to righter.
And from long range here.
That one's got some intent.
Yeah!
Currently 13 under for the event.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
And on the tee now of the 6th, which is a par 5.
Long par 5, only the biggest hitters in the game have any hope of reaching it. Most players electing to play it as a 3-shotter. The layup area does get a little interesting. Either you lay it up well back or you challenge the layup into a narrow little area bisected by 2 bunkers. If you do that, it definitely then becomes a birdie opportunity.
Great shot. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
And from about 105 yards. This might be a bit too much club.
Yeah, a quality shot, that.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
This looks good. What a putt that was.
This guy is putting the lights out of it this week.
Just one off the lead after that hole.
Over to the par 4 7th hole.
Most demanding tee shot on the golf course by a wide margin. You've got to lay it up down the left-hand side as close to the water as you can to avoid being blocked out by those trees on the right. Second shot is downhill to a green that is deep in length, not particularly wide, so you find the surface, better make sure you hit it the right distance.
This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
A fantastic shot here at 7, and now a birdie putt on the way.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
And it drops. That's the 4th birdie of the day.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
We've reached the 8th hole. It's a par 3.
Massive gaping bunker down the right-hand side, and just a small little pot bunker there on the left. Again, raised green, not much to it. It does tilt pretty good from back to front. Front hole locations awfully challenging.
That really sounded pure. Wow, that was so close to being on the highlight reel. 10 feet to the cup.
This for a birdie.
Henny, how tough will this putt be?
You know, to my eye, it's looking a little left to right.
Wow. This one is 5 feet away. Wow, you hit an approach shot like that and still come away with a par. That is a bummer. We've made our way to a par 5. That's a textbook swing.
You know, Andrew, I think he's going to go for this one.
Setting up in the greenside rough. Hitting 4. Currently trailing by 1. He needs this one to save par. Here's a look at the updated leaderboard, and he is in 3rd. We start the back 9 here at the 10th hole.
Premium on accuracy here as bunkers are down the right-hand side and just a little small one down the left to get your attention. From there, for the first time, we don't have any hazards around this green, but don't let that fool you. It drops off on all sides.
Look out left.
Tough one to dial in. Looking to get up and down from here. This one will have to travel pretty far to get to the bottom of the cup.
Got to try and save the par here.
Henny, your green side. What do you see in this putt?
I don't know that you can give this enough break off the left-hand side. Whew.
So close. And now this putt for bogey. Here's a look at the way things stand. He is currently in a tie for third place.
Here we are at the 11th hole, a par 3.
What kind of rhythm is that? It must be tough falling out of bed every day with a rhythm like that.
Well, that's beautifully judged. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it.
Always nice to have a birdie putt. This one's dialed in. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. Currently 15 under par for the event. Hole number 12 is a par 5.
And what a hole this is. Bunker down the right-hand side comes into play if you really mishit it, but the one right in the center, that little zit, I tell you what, that is going to make some players angry. I can promise you that. If you avoid all that, second shot, fairly straightforward. Anything bailing out to the right is going to lead to a really simple pitch shot for your up and down birdie.
Well, this is one of those lies that dictates a shot. It doesn't seem like it's a tough one. Well, this will be a good putt to hole and a chance for second place. Well, nicely done. Holes the putt for back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
That one's found the thick stuff. Oh no. Second shot here on the 13th hole. This one might need to hit a house. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This is a big old left-to-righter.
All these are good putts to make. Good for momentum. Right on 7 feet.
This is important. Big par putt here.
Just 2 shots back after that hole. Here we have a long par 4. It's going to take 2 great shots to get on. That's a good-looking shot there. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting this one up from around 205 yards out.
just needs a little bit more of a kick to the right.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Always given that one a bit of a wide berth. And that's going to be a pretty good outcome, that one, in the circle of friendship.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
As we head to the next hole, our leader has a 2-shot advantage. We've hit the par 4 15th hole.
Lovely, lovely rhythm.
All right, Henny, what does this look like?
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
This is a 7-iron on the way. All right, the putter can come out now. All right, a longer putt remains. Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
Looks like this will move to the left-hand side as it goes up the hill.
This starts on a really good line. All right, not bad from there. And a tap-in par. As we take a look at the leaderboard, our leader is up by 1. We have a par 3 on this one. That might be the best swing of the day. The yardage was dialed in on that shot, pin high and looking at the hole. Henny is greenside.
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
And a tap in left for par. Here's a look at the leaderboard. Our featured player is in 4th. The tee shot at 17.
Oh, I love this hole. Drivable par 4 if you need to, or if you want to. If not, just bail out to the right-hand side with just some sort of long iron. Next shot, just with a short wedge, but watch out for long and left as that water comes into play in a hurry.
Coming out of the deep rough.
Not quite going to be as easy to birdie this one today as it was yesterday.
That's a really nice shot. Here's the 4th shot. 3 shots behind the lead. That's a textbook swing on the approach shot. Needs this one for bogey. Here's a look at how things stand. It's a 1-shot lead. The 18th and final hole is a par 5.
If you are going to go for this green in 2, you better be sure about what you are doing. A long par 5. Most of the players, just a 3-shotter. You want to lay up into a very narrow area right there, but the 3rd shot, though, to a pretty inviting green, it must be said, but accuracy, as always, distance control, as always, imperative.
That's how you take on a par 5.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
Gonna really have to hit this one. From that distance, that's a really solid job. Okay, and that will do it for the day. Well, Rich, just one round to go, and our featured player is hanging around.
And what a Sunday it's shaping up to be. They can go ahead and turn it loose. A low one might get it done.
We had so much fun out there today. Thank you for joining us. For all of us at 2K Sports, we'll see you soon. Pga Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. The grand finale of the Norwood Invitational starts right now. I'm Andrew Catalan. Thanks for being with us on this beautiful day. We're back for another exciting day of competition here on 2K Sports. Ooh, boy, not pretty. This player won their last event. Let's see if that momentum carries on.
Well, it's certainly in their favor, isn't it? Winning breeds winning. It wouldn't surprise me to see them win again this week.
Well, this would be really nice to get a birdie opportunity. Henny is greenside.
This one, it's a 42-footer.
From there, you'll take it. The putt goes in, and it's a par to open things up.
That's a rock-solid par right there.
Let's go to the par 3 second.
Nothing like getting punched right in the jaw early in your round. Big bunker fronting this green. You got a little pot bunker there on the right-hand side. The green sits up above the tee just a little bit. Lots of elevation, lots of fall-offs. And whatever you do, please don't be long. Don't go swimming. The tempo there was exquisite.
This is a 9-iron on the way.
Beautiful shot. Really managed that well in the wind.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our featured player in a tie for 5th. A par 4 here. That was such a pure swing. Not a green in regulation. That's a tough one.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
Three feet to the cup.
This is for par.
Here's a look at the leaderboard, and he is in a share of 5th place. Here's a look at the tee of the par 4 4th.
Difficult tee shot right here. You've got water way left, but you got a bunker that runs all the way down the left-hand side of this hole. Small little bunker there in the middle of the fairway, but not really reachable. From the second shot, it's a pretty flat, generous, open area that you can run your golf ball up and onto, but anything out to the right-hand side will run off into a low area.
Feeling strong, going for less club.
This is a long way away. Henny, how tricky is this one?
An uphill left to righter.
Ooh, that was close. 4 feet remains. As we take a look at the leaderboard, our leader is up by 1.
It's time to step onto the tee here at the 5th. Opting for the 6 iron. Yeah, that was a safe play. Well, this will be a bonus. Right on 17 feet from here. Ooh. And this one is for his par. Okay, holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. Ooh, bold play here. Going with the chief off the tee.
Long par 5, only the biggest hitters in the game have any hope of reaching it. Most players electing to play it as a 3-shotter. The layup area does get a little interesting. Either you lay it up well back or you challenge the layup into a narrow little area bisected by 2 bunkers. If you do that, it definitely then becomes a birdie opportunity.
A look here to get to 18 under the card with this putt. All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
Just a slight break to the left on this putt.
Yep, that works. Nicely done.
5 feet coming up to the cup. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player.
Now teeing off on the par 4 7th hole.
Yeah, you've got to hug it down the left-hand side as best you can to avoid being blocked out by some large trees down the right. From there, slightly downhill for your second shot to a green that's protected by water and bunkers everywhere.
Of all the golf shots I've seen, that was one of them. That is great contact out of the rough.
Well, that's a card saver, finding the green from there.
Big opportunity here, a putt for birdie. Here's a look at how things stand. It's a 1-shot lead. Over to number 8, it's a par 3.
And again, you've got another raised green that's surrounded by a large bunker out to the right and a small pot bunker on the left-hand side. Green runs pretty strong from back to front, making that front pin oh so much more difficult.
Wow, what a swing. This is a 7-iron on the way. John, you're down there. What can you tell us about this putt?
Well, looks like he's got about 25 feet to the cup.
Come on. This putt from 12 feet away. John, your green side, what do you see in this putt?
Looks like this one's going left to right.
The tee shot at number 9. Wow, that was launched.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
Here's the third shot. 4 off the pace. This putt left for birdie. Oh, this looks good early. A good line here. Tracking. Yes! Our leader has a 2-shot advantage on the field. Time for the tee shot on this par 4 hole.
Premium on accuracy here off the tee. Dotted bunkers down the left, larger ones down the right. And for the first time, we don't have any hazards around this green. But don't let that fool you. Look at that green. It looks like the hood of my 71 Super Beetle.
This shot is about 130 yards from the hole.
Pretty good win back into the player's face.
Club up. I like this play. Oh, this wind really starting to get up. That was well managed.
That nearly went in for birdie. A tap-in par. As we move on to the next hole, it's a 3-shot cushion for our leader.
On the tee, the par 3 11th. Opting for the 5-wood. Fairways and greens. Easy game, isn't it?
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens and regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. Trailing by a few shots after that hole.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
The 12th, a par 5.
And what a hole this is. Bunker down the right-hand side comes into play if you really mishit it. But the one right in the center, that little zit, I tell you what, that is going to make some players angry. I can promise you that. If you avoid all that, second shot, fairly straightforward. Anything bailing out to the right is going to lead to a really simple pitch shot for your up and down birdie.
This putt is about 17 feet long.
This for back-to-back birdies.
And he's down there. You got a read?
You can be positive with this because it's up the hill and moving left to right.
Good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. Currently sitting at an impressive 20 under par here. And a par 4 awaits at this next hole. Unfortunately, that's going to end up in a tricky spot. Second shot here on the 13th. This would be a great up and down. Big putt for par coming up. And that's the kind of fighting spirit that keeps a good round going.
Nicely done. Well fought hole right there. Bunkered off the tee, but makes that nice par save.
The 14th is a par 4. Just let that shot be water off a duck's back. Well, this player's been making some moves on the leaderboard, Rich.
We expected to see someone come out of the pack to contend for this title. This player is doing just that.
Well, this is not a good outcome. Buried in the deep stuff.
Yes, difficult lie. Made a par here yesterday. A little bit more difficult today.
That was special.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. Well hold. Trailing by a couple of strokes now.
Teeing off here on the 15th. Wow, got absolutely all of that one. This one will not be easy.
No, this is like hitting it into a head of cabbage. I mean, it literally is just awful.
His golf ball is sailing right of this one.
This is his third. Trailing by 2. A chance here for par. All right, Henny, what do you see here?
This is a 12-footer here.
Putt is underway.
He gets that one to drop in for par.
Oh, it's time to dig in and give it your all coming down the final few.
Now to 16. It's a par 3. This is pitching wedge on the way. Wow, he's going to like that one. A chance now to get into the top 5 on the leaderboard. A 3-footer coming up.
This one is for par.
While we have a moment, we take a look at the leaderboard, and he is in 6th place. The 17th hole is a par 4.
Oh, I love this hole. Drivable par 4 if you need to, or if you want to. If not, just bail out to the right-hand side with just some sort of long iron. Next shot, just with a short wedge, but watch out for long and left as that water comes into play in a hurry.
Coming out of the thick stuff. Okay, green side, and the goal now is to get up and down. Well, a big par save could mean a lot going forward.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Time for us to update the leaderboard. Our featured player is in 6th. Out to the 18th tee.
If you are going to go for this green in 2, you better be sure about what you are doing. A long par 5. Most of the players just a 3-shotter. You want to lay up into a very narrow area right there, but the 3rd shot, though, to a pretty inviting green, it must be said, but accuracy, as always, distance control, as always, imperative.
This one is headed toward the sand. Let's go down to Henny.
Looking at this one, Andrew, it's down breeze.
Staring down a very long putt here. Henny, how tough will this putt be?
This looks like it's going to go left.
Putt on a good line and still looking good. Give it to him. And the day finishes with a tap in on 18. Rich, that would have been an incredible comeback, but it's not to be.
It was impressive. From the very opening tee shot, this player was focusing on making birdies early and often. Unfortunately, not able to make enough today to get the victory. Still a lot of fun to watch.
That will do it for us today. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan. Have a great night.
2K Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Opening round coverage of this exciting event is about to begin. G'day mates, I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out of the course bringing us all the action this week is Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. There's great anticipation in the air, and we're delighted to have you with us as we begin this next event on 2K Sports. Let's get down to the first hole. Okay, let's see if this one sets the tone for the round today. That's an awful error. His second shot here.
Wind is blowing from right to left here. Wants to work it against the wind.
It's fair to say that that approach didn't hit the mark.
Can't fault him there. This rough is nasty. No fault in missing the green.
Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this. He finds himself currently tied for fifth. Rich, if you missed a birdie opportunity at the first, you've certainly got one here at the second.
Yes, par 5 is pretty much just straight away. You got to avoid those bunkers down the left-hand side. For those players laying up, you got to lay it up shy of the big bunker down the right-hand side. This green sits ever so slightly above the fairway, and again, they're just not that big of targets. It really is a cool golf course designed by Pete Dye.
Rich, New Orleans, or should I say Nolans. How good is it here to be on the Bayou? This is a special week. It's a great eating week and a real festival atmosphere.
It is, and it's hosted on a golf course that provides plenty of fireworks as well. What a cool design this is. It's wide open off the tee, but then the greens are minuscule in size, and they have these little runoff areas where it doesn't look like you're going to be in much trouble, but you start missing a couple of greens in a row, and you start getting these head scratching. Well, do I bump it in there? Do I flop it on the green? Do I take it low, high, medium, bump it into the... I mean, you have so many different ways of playing shots around these greens that you can outthink yourself. And I think that's what happens with a lot of these players, is that usually you have one option when you miss the green. Here, you got a whole lot of them. So this golf course grabs your attention, especially around the greens, which makes it quite difficult for a lot of these players.
It's pretty handy here. You've got to like the look of this. You beauty! What a putt! And after that, he'll move to 2 under for the tournament. The third hole is a long par 3 measuring 230 yards.
Be careful of the wind here. You can't always feel it, as those trees on the left sometimes block it out. Missing it right is an obvious no-no, but missing it left is no guaranteed of an up and down either. The green slopes away pretty severely over there.
That's a bit out of shape. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Yeah, this is straight back into the breeze. Going to be a tough one.
Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there.
You know what? That deserves a golf clap.
And a par putt awaits him. Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
You know, it's tough to see. A tricky read, but it's uphill and a left-to-righter.
And that sees him drop down the standings a little bit. TPC Louisiana might be known as a birdie fest. However, you're going to find plenty of challenges, including the par 4 fourth.
How can bunkers that are so minuscule be so agonizing? That's exactly what these are down the left-hand side of the fourth hole. You avoid those, and you get a good look at the green for your second shot that gently works away from the player.
Time for a little bit of focus here. This is a lengthy putt. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. And there it is. Currently 1 under for the day. Rich, the fifth is a shortish par 4 by today's standards, but still enough there to mess with your ball.
Players want to move the tee shot from right to left on this hole because there's some trees on the tee box that'll kind of force you that direction. So driver may not be the play. The second shot, however, that's where it gets interesting. This green absolutely belongs in a skate park. This has more humps and bumps and wobbles in it. It is a very cool design.
Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Oh, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. And our man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
It should start out straight enough and then have a little bit of a break to the left as it nears the hole.
And JT is currently our leader. The 6 is a tremendous par 4. Plenty of golf hole, this one.
Water all the way down the left-hand side, so that's going to shove your tee shot out to the right, which will make that second shot so much longer. Not much to the screen. It's fairly flat, but finding it in 2, well, that's a tall order.
This is his second shot. Currently 4 shots off the pace.
Going with less club. Let's see how this turns out.
Well, that sets up a birdie putt, even if it is from long range. This putt is from 14 feet. Oh, I like this. A great look for birdie to get the ball rolling. Oh, what a putt. And that will take him to 1 under. Justin Thomas is our current leader. The 7th provides a great opportunity if you can get a good driveway. This par 5 is a lovely hole.
Pete Dye
put a zit in the middle of this fairway, and it absolutely needs to be popped.
It's almost like a magnet for your golf ball.
You drive it in that fairway bunker, and you're absolutely beside yourself on how your golf ball could end up in something so small. It is a brilliant design, a brilliant bunker on a hole that should be birdieable by everybody in the field.
Handy effort, that one. What an opportunity to make a birdie. Justin Thomas is atop the leaderboard. He's got a one-shot buffer. The 8th is a short par 4, Rich, and modern players are starting to try to drive this green.
They are, although I don't quite see it that way. It's such an easy second shot. If you just lay it up short of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, you're not going to have much more than a flip sand wedge, gap wedge maybe, to a green that once again has a lot of movement to it.
Well, that one is looking like it's going straight down the pipe. High pressure moment here. This for a share of the lead. Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. The front 9 finishes in a unique style, a par 3 of 210 yards length.
This is actually a par 3 on the card, but most players look at it as a par 4 because there is nothing simple about this hole. If you bail out to the right, you're going to fall off into a low area where it's nearly impossible to chip it up close without taking a risk. So most players are just resigned to making 4 and moving on.
Well, a chance to move deeper under the card. This putt's for 4 under. Henny, what's he facing with this putt?
This one's about 33 feet from the cup.
Well, with a pocket full of FedEx Cup points over the last half a dozen starts or so, this player certainly has been delivering consistent results and pushing for wins or winning, Rich. Do you expect that to continue here this week?
Luke, absolutely. Week in and week out, this player has consistently performed at the highest level. I got to believe he's a lot of people's favorites to win this tournament.
This one should find the rough. Second shot here on the 10th hole. Choosing the 9-iron here. A chance to get to 3 under with this putt. John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
It looks like this one's moving to the left, I would say.
A bit long on that one. There's 17 feet remaining to the hole.
Nice little par putt here.
That's disappointing. And this one will be for bogey. And after that, he'll drop to 1 under par. The par 5 11th, very gettable if, Rich, you can avoid that monster tree about 100 yards out.
Exactly. Tee shots, once again, you're throwing it between a couple of bunkers, but the second shot, there's a tree about 75 yards short of this green, and you've got to figure out a way around it. Do you draw it around it? Do you hit a fade around it? What do you do? No easy task for any of these players. Green sits above the player just a little bit, and again, has a lot of movement on it.
Oh, this is good.
Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
Absolutely. Love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
And Justin Thomas currently leads the field. Well, the 12th is certainly one of the stronger holes on the back nine. This par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
You want to try and hug the left-hand side as best you can to shorten up the hole as much as you can, but still avoid that bunker if at all possible. Second shot, the green up there sits a little bit caddy corner to the players, so working the golf ball in there for left to right for your second shot would be the play.
Is that right? I think so. This would be a great up and down from this spot. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. And that's all she wrote. Justin Thomas currently enjoying first place in this one. Rich, the 13th is a short par 4, but a really good one, depending on how much you want to take off.
There's really no real reason to go right at the green, Luke, with a tee shot, even if you have the power to get there, because you just can't stop it on the green. If anything, you want to hit it out to the right, where your next shot is going straight up the green. This is a very flat green, but is perched well above the fairway. It's a wonderful birdie opportunity.
This one looks just a fraction too long to me. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. Well, for all the opportunities 13 provides you, you don't get too many here at the par 3 14th. It's a beast.
As easy of a birdie opportunity as the 13th was, 14, yeah, not so much here. Even though the green is quite large in size, it's difficult to hit with a long iron.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. John, have you got a good read on this one?
Lots of movement right to left on this putt.
Oh, he's put a pure putt on this.
Ooh, not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
The 15th is certainly no cakewalk either. A par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
This is the time where you need to have the best drive of the day. Take it out to the right, avoid the bunkers down the left-hand side. And the green, once again, it's got some movement into high spot in the front, a low area, and then a high area in the back. When the pin's all the way back, good luck making 4.
Standing over his second shot.
Puff of breeze moving this golf ball left to right.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. That one's just found its way onto the first step. Sitting at -4. He has this putt to save his par. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
He's looking at around 14 foot, I'd say.
This one's online. Well done. Justin Thomas has built a 3-stroke lead over the field. Rich, just 3 holes to go here at TPC Louisiana, and what a finish it is. A great short 4 at 16.
Luke, this is something special here. You can go for it if you want, but you better be mindful of that water up and around the green. Just lay it up out to the left, and you shouldn't have anything more than a pitching wedge to this minuscule green.
I've seen worse looking swings at a playground. Sitting at 4 under for the day. He's hit that one well. Will it get there? And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. And he's down there. You got to read?
This is just going right the whole way along.
Putting for par. Just hammered that through the line. And JT is currently our leader. The par 3 17th requires a really strong tee shot, doesn't it, Rich?
That it does. Again, a very difficult par 3 with water all the way down the left-hand side. Just bail out to the right as best you can and rely on your short game to make that par.
Going with the hybrid. That ball looked a little thirsty. Found the green side rough. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
Try and keep that scorecard a little less dirty. This is for bogey.
And Justin Thomas is dominating the field at this stage. The finishing hole at TPC Louisiana, in my opinion, Rich, is a great one because, again, you can have anything from eagles all the way through to bogeys and worse.
Just avoid those little pot bunkers down the left-hand side, and you might be able to give it a whirl in 2. However, you got to be careful to, A, not miss it right, obviously, but even going too far left, you can really get an uncomfortable pitch shot from a low area left of the green.
That one's into the drink, folks, I'm sorry to say. Ooh, sometimes you need a hacksaw to get out of this rough. Seemed to lose the handle on that shot.
Oh, just pulling that one ever so slightly.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
You know, I've been prowling around. It's definitely uphill and moving to the right-hand side.
Not a good line.
Tracking. Oh, it's in the hole. Beautiful.